Not quite. Only 9:45 a.m. here, but yes. Happy time zone, indeed. La 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 la. I didn't do my warm-ups. One black bug bled blue while the other black bug bled black. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, we'll be together whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. We are also live on YouTube. Doot, doot, doot. And you know what I didn't check today was whether or not our plus point total is accurate. Hi, maybe. There are 3 firsts, actually. Oh, 28. 28. 28 plus points. Hi, Ba. All the firsts have been claimed. Oh my god, I couldn't even reach over to mute. I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud. Little bird lit down on Henry Lee. Hi, Miro. So I checked the the Moco Discord for info about the auction stuff, and they did say it was okay if we submitted over the weekend. And I had so much stuff I was in the middle of with cleaning and organizing down here, and I did actually intend on finishing the shawl last night, but I didn't get around to it because it got late. Ah! And now I'm dropping balls of yarn that I still didn't manage to get everything cleaned up. But that's okay. A slight amount of progress was made on the office, and I need to make more. I need to I'm trying to start moving things out. I don't know what's going on with me. Couldn't possibly be the copious amounts of half and half I put in my coffee. I'm sure that's nothing to do with it. How are you, maybe? It's gonna be 81 here, which is like, you know, approaching almost like too hot to be outside for me. But, you know, I'm a big old giant baby about the heat, which is why I live here. I mean, it's one of the reasons. Oof. No, thank you. No, thank you. That sounds god-awful. Yeah, that's really rough. Do you have, like, it's not the same, but do you have a yard that they can chill out in? And at least, like, walk around out there? You have a big backyard, and you've been doing small, high-impact activities out there to burn the energy. You are a good dog parent. Can you guys hear music? Oh, I see. The beginning of this song was just very quiet. I was like, I can't tell if that's the music or if that's background noise that the microphone is picking up. So, like, still don't know how I feel about Wavelink. I want to be able to say unequivocally, you know, that Elgato's products are great for people who stream. And many of them are really good. They are definitely an industry leader. But I feel like one issue that we've had is I can't listen to just the processed audio. I have to hear raw audio through my headphones, or else I have to hear both. Unless there's some workaround that somebody's figured out that I just couldn't wrap my head around. But that's okay. And now we knit like the wind. Oh, everything is messed up because I was moving all around down here. And that's about as far as that's about as close to me as it can get before I start bumping into it. So we'll just have to live with it. In fact, what I could do is, hold on. Then you can see rubber chicken feet. I always have a rubber chicken handy. Never doubt this. Oh my gosh, is my husband watching an old video of Finny when he was a baby? What? Wow, my own moderator adding fuel to the foot fire. Wow. You're supposed to be on my side. You're supposed to save me from chat and myself. That's what, that's what Kissy Kitten was saying, is the mods are there to protect the streamer from chat and vice versa. You're talking about the chicken feet? Oh. Free foot content. Hi, Emerald. I just realized I don't have crowd control open. Hi, Fairy. What do you mean, Ben? Listen, you need to take that to the customer service desk and let them know you found it if they don't belong to you.
Will the owner of 100 bits please come to the customer service desk? Please stop leaving your bits all over the store. Also, we have a blue light special on rubber chicken feet.
Got a Twitch streamer 9.5. Always spreading love.
Will the owner of 1,000 bits?
She's like a crazy rubber chicken.
No lie. Brightening up your day. Gonna make you fly. Fiber artist. Making crochet dreams come true. Every creation. Something beautiful and new. 69% off while supplies last.
Spreading kindness and love.
All for you.
Spreading kindness and love. All for you.
Ben, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this little ditty that Princess Kimmy made the robots make. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Gary, why are there streamers in your house? Is somebody fixing something? Or do you have company? It's hard. I have mixed feelings about, you know, the robotically generated things. But because Princess Kimmy made that, I don't know. How you doing, Ben? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I wish I could be like, oh, hi, I need to steal Fairy and go take her to coffee. Hi, bye, strangers. Who are we kidding? If there was people in your house and I was coming over there to talk to you, I would probably talk to them too for at least a half an hour. Trying to work the nerve up to go grocery shopping in a bit. Well, I'm glad I could get you ready for, you know, the announcements over the intercom. Attention, 9.5 shoppers. Is it hot? Is that why? Thank you for shouting out, Kimmy. Or is it that you just don't want to, you know, it's too people-y out there? Or maybe both. Terry made me stretch like that. No. That's where we keep the start. I feel like we should do that again. Keep a little bit under my pillow for the day, in case he comes to town. What? A little bit under my pillow for the dirt, so we won't take me down. Do you stay deep under the mountain, underground? That's where we keep this dirt. That was much better. And now back to our generic electronic music. Thanks, Epidemic Sound. I got a fever. See, now I'm banging into my... Dude, I just need a lav mic. Honestly, I really feel like this is not... This song slaps. Ugh! How dare you? Do it again. What's wrong with me today? What's up, Clen? Guys, are you following Clen? Are you following Fairy? Are you following Positive? Are you following Maybe? Are you following 9? If we follow all of those, how are we supposed to follow all of those people? Won't we get lost? Sometimes that's half the fun. I've been going around in circles for almost 47 years. Works for me. Sort of. Boxes are trying to overtake you, but you won't let them. Rage against the dying of the light, Clen. No, really. Unpacking is packing is one thing. Unpacking in a new space, for me, I go, but if I put that there, then where am I going to put that? And then if I put that there, then where am I going to put that? And then what about that box? Oh God, there's also 4 more boxes over there. Where do I put this piece of furniture? If I put that there, but I want this to be closer to me. You know, like I stress over, am I going to hate it? And then it's like, well, yeah. And then you can move it later on. And then where is this that should go with this? Yeah. Oh man, I knew I should have put that in the same box as this. And yeah, dude. We started piling my yarn up in the living room, and it's like kind of embarrassing how much of it is already up there, and it's not even half of it. 'Cause I have too much yarn. So much yarn. I could insulate this basement. It's no wonder I'm not cold down here in the winter time anymore. There is no such thing as I finally found it. Unstable potato rat. I finally found it. The place where that exists. In the yarn RPG, I have finally found in the dungeon mode of yarn, I have found the floor where there's so much yarn you can't even move. You know, one could argue, well, then it's just that you have too little space. Yes, indeed. And I haven't found the potion to increase the amount of space I have. Yes, dear. Hi, baby. Oh, did you just wake up? You all right? Hold on. I asked you a question and then realized I have headphones on. What'd you say? Okay. Here. You should fix yourself some breakfast. Okay. Did you sleep okay? I don't know how. I mean, I'm sure I did it too. I don't know how they do it. They, kids, they fall asleep in the craziest positions. Are you? I don't know where you get that from. She said she's weird. Maybe we need a maternity test. Somebody? Yas. I love you. Go get some breakfast. And then you need to brush your teeth. How are you, unstable potato rat? I hope you're good. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I don't know what you're up to. I don't know what you guys are all up to this weekend. Tomorrow, it's show and tell tomorrow. Please post all your stuff in there. And we're also going to be on Yapping Points, episode 6. Yapping Points.
This is a nerd alert.
This is a nerd alert. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, thank you, Clen, for using the nerd alert redeem. Blaze, shut up. Shut up, Blaze. Wow. Did you want to throw a couple more jabs in there? Get it? Because I'm knitting. How are you, Blaze? We are not getting a husky. I have told you this so many times. No huskies. I love dogs. I love animals. And that is why I will not get one. Unless we raise $69 million for charity in a single campaign. 69 million US doll hairs. And then I will get a whole team of huskies and do the Iditarod with my daughter. Wait, actually, it's only one person, right? When you do the Iditarod, it's a single person. But I mean, I'm sure those people all have like a whole team of people. I'll make her do it. I'll help her do it. Yeah, I'm hoping, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to do this row, another row in this color, and then 2 more rows in the green. Blaze is an insanely talented painter and is on Team Moco Loco. And didn't you say you have a magic performing related milestone for your, or like what have you, for your campaign? That you would do an entire stream of doing magic? Thank you, Miro, for also putting Positive's link in the chat on YouTube. If you guys are watching, if you watch live streams when we do them on both platforms, it's helpful over there because of... I am not telling you to only watch on YouTube. I'm telling you if you happen to be able to watch on both, that's great. We are simulcasting. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. Twitch is my main content creation platform, and with good reason, because I prefer to produce live content. See, now I need to move this camera again. There we go. And at the same time, it makes more sense to archive everything over on YouTube, and we can earn passive income from ad revenue if we get to 4,000 watch hours over the previous 365-day period there. So being in the lives helps, and also watching the VODs when we're not live. You have 2 magic-related incentives for the St. Jude campaign. 1, donate for a live magic trick on the day. 2, if you reach your stretch goal, you will do a magic stream. Please consider contributing. Do you have a link? Get supported, kids. Get wrecked, cancer. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube, please consider doing so. It is very helpful. All of these things help me to continue producing content and supporting charity. I know you may not be actively fundraising yet. If you don't have a link yet, that's fine. We're casually fundraising, so I was like, yeah, whatever, put the gold bar on the screen. Our next milestone represents the cost of a week's worth of groceries for a St. Jude family. St. Jude provides their services at absolutely zero cost to families. They never receive a bill. They don't pay anything to have their child treated at the hospital. But all of that stuff costs money. And the vast majority of their funding comes from individual donators. So even $1 helps contribute to things like purchasing groceries, lodging, travel, transportation in and around the campus. And that way families can focus on one thing, which is helping their child get through a life-threatening illness. And if you talk to those families, the gratitude they feel cannot be expressed with words. A lot of the time, they find themselves hard-pressed to describe what a relief it is to be able to focus on their child's health. And once children are done with their treatment at St. Jude, it's not as if they're just sent along their merry way. I mean, they are sent along their merry way to go live their lives. But St. Jude provides follow-up care. And a big part of their research is trying to figure out how can we effectively treat diseases like cancer and sickle cell and minimize the long-term side effects, things that would impact their quality of life going forward. And that's so important. You have a campaign link. It's all set up and active. You just haven't streamed for it yet. Well, if you would like to post it, we can get you a permit. Or we can just go find it ourselves. Oh, people can also make you do squats during the charity stream. Shudders. Ew. Squats. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Got a Twitch streamer, squat 0.5. Doing jumping jacks. Now she's gone upstairs because she has a mommy bladder. No lie. Hey, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Miro. Miro also put the link in the YouTube chat if you happen to be watching over there and you'd like to contribute. And we'll be making sure that we try to call out our friends that are fundraising. One thing that I know the Mocos are really focused on, and we also really try very hard here to emphasize, is, first of all, no matter how much you raise, I'll say it one more time, no matter how much you raise, that is an amount that the charity did not have before. It will all go toward helping them operate and provide their services. St. Jude has a lot of really great info available on how they use their funds as well. So if you're curious about, what percentage of your money actually goes to these things, all of that is readily available. I encourage you to do so when you're thinking about donating to charity. Look it up. Find out, about their financials and how well they use your money, because that's what it'll be. It's your money. Before you donate, look into it. Do your homework. But I really love making sure to try and help folks hit their goals. And I know we have a lot of first-time fundraisers. So when I received my payout for the Matchmasters sponsorship, which you guys were so incredibly helpful with, we took a third of it each and donated it to our St. Jude campaign for Mocos and 2 other teammates who had never fundraised before, to help them get a head start on their fundraising and hopefully give them that initial boost that sort of really helps people with their confidence and feeling like they're being supported and encouraged. So I specifically looked for people who had never raised anything on Tiltify before, not just first time St. Jude or first time Team Moco. People who had a Tiltify total of $0. Because when I first started fundraising, I wasn't sure if I was going to hit my goal, and I had people that came through and did the same for me. And it was so incredibly uplifting to see that, wow, I don't know, I've never met these people before. They don't know me. They're not already members of my community, but they see that we are trying to do good for others, and that's enough for them. And one of them typed in chat earlier, and we've been friends ever since. So never underestimate the power of having a shared passion. Thank you, Chen. Love your face. I've known Chen just about as long, if maybe not longer than the Ohana. I don't really know, but ducks have exceptional visuals and can see finer detail at farther distances than humans. I did not know that. Not really surprised, though. Aw, that's cute. Look at that, would ya? Oh, please. And you should never feel bad about that. The fact that you're doing charity, if you're in that situation, trust me, I understand. Please do not feel badly. You know, once upon a time, our financial situation in my family was not so great while I was streaming and I would do charity, and it would sometimes be a little bit of a pain point with someone else in my household. And it was simply because that person is looking out for all of us. So don't you dare apologize for that. I know you did not apologize, but I'm saying waving pom-poms enthusiastically and all the other stuff that you're doing is more than a lot of people would do. Please check out Blaze's shop. The art is so incredible. And when you support people who make beautiful art like that, you're making it so they can continue making the art. And so that they can devote their time and energy to things like charity. Thank you for the lurk, Cricket Berg. I almost said Cricket Berg. Cricket Bug. That would be a very noisy town. Thank you, Miro. Sometimes I get a little too enthusiastic about trying to push stitches up toward the end of the left-hand needle, and then I have to, like this, and then I have to be kind of careful about how I knit the first few stitches. Oh, I packed up the shawl for a Candy Bear. It won't go out till tomorrow because clearly we don't have mail on Sundays. But that's all packed up and ready to go. And some stickers. There were some people who won some Golden Kappa Hype Train stickers, which they promptly pretty much stopped happening except once every 6 months after I decided to prepare for them. Which is fine. It's one of those things. The universe just keeps telling me, stop trying to be prepared. Can't do that. A shared golden Kappa train. Wow. Could it be a shared golden Kappa treasure train? I don't think they can't be both.
Welcome to the fart zone.
Holy heck. Hi, Gilligan.
Welcome to the fart zone. 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 To the fart zone.
I hope you can't delete my stream.
To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. To the fart zone. To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. To the fart zone. To the fart zone. To the fart zone.
Welcome. How's it going, everybody? Thanks so much. Gilligan, how was your stream? What'd you get up to today? Tell me about your, tell me about what you were up to today. Gilligan, what color? Purple? I said purple at first because your name is purple. Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white. I like to say that the Bob Ross way. Hi, Johnny Tortilla. Yep. See, I was right. I already knew. We're going to put a purple egg in the bowl of Bachnificence for you. Thank you so much for rating. What were you up to? Tell us about what you were doing today. There's a ton of ways you can make fart noises in here, Johnny Tortilla. Virtual ones, of course. I mean, you know, I have no idea where you're located, but... Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? As my kids would say, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Children are little meme lords. Working on a crochet blanket and some dishcloths. Awesome. Hi, I'm 9. I'm called 9.5 because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. And yes, I think farts are funny. If you don't think they're funny, I feel sorry for you because you have 100% of the farts and none of the joy. Here's the bowl of Bachnificence. And we actually had to empty this bowl already this month into the basket of Bachnificence. Thank you for your raid. Here's a purple egg, and that's you. 3, and all your raiders. 2, 1. We think chickens are pretty cool here, and that's because whenever my kids say, guess what, I say chicken butt. And then, you know, farts, butts, they kind of go together. So, do you have a link tree? Yes. Gilligan, if you have a link tree or somewhere where we can follow you on all of your socials and all that good stuff, please feel free to go ahead and post it. You have a sub badge, so you can just post that. That's one of the benefits of being a subscriber here is you can post links to chat without a permit. And thank you so much for bringing everybody over. I really appreciate that. If you're new here, I am typically found crocheting. I am in the middle of a whole reorganization project in my office. But I do have one example handy. Like, here's this really ridiculously cute Gundam crochet Hello Kitty that looks a lot better on this camera because the Brio is a piece of hot garbage that I don't feel like fiddling with every single time I stream and restart my computer and all that to adjust everything because I'm lazy. But yeah, we do a lot of amigurumi and also blankets and hats and other things like that, wearables. I'm knitting today because I'm making a shawl for the Moco auction for Moco Loco to benefit St. Jude, but You don't need to apologize, Pixie Locks. I'm the one making the joke and then doing this. It's like, you know, you asked your chat where to crafting or game. They told you crafting. Oh, yay. That's awesome. I do that too sometimes. I'll be like, which category? Like, I'll have like 5 people that I want to raid and I can't choose. So I'll just give them the category. I don't like trying to figure out a raid target using names at the end of stream because I get all self-conscious that, like, what if the person finds out I picked somebody else over them? And I know that that's silly. maybe it's because I grew up with a sibling a year and 4 months younger than me, and I still have guilt over not having been as aware of certain things with her feelings as I probably could have as the older of the two of us. Mods, can we please ban Blaze_Winterborn? I don't know who this person is, but they won't stop talking about Huskies in my chat. What's a Husky? Anyways, Gilligan Raiders, thank you very much for coming along on the raid and giving the channel a chance if you're new here. If you've already followed, it's too late for you, but for those of you that are new, that are coming in on the raid with Gilligan, please watch this video first before following. Twitch has a very strict policy regarding follows. There are absolutely no refunds and no exchanges, no exceptions. Proceed with caution.
I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling.
You have no clothes on. No.
Get supported, nerd.
No flipping way. You didn't do it.
Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody.
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? She was so hard.
There's people out here with reputations at stake. Oh, hi. Yes. That's the pose that I do the whole time that you guys are watching the video. You love that. It was perfection. It's like, how many clips of 9 being corny can we string together in a row? The answer, yes. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Follows are super appreciated. We are live on both Twitch and YouTube. We're working on a couple different things aside from our usual goals of humor surrounding flatulence at an alarming density. Hi, Jester Frankie. And all kinds of, other sort of shenanigans. We are working on Plus program level 2, which is Twitch's way of getting us to ask you to spend your actual money every month on our channels. It supports the platform, it supports the channel, and if we get 300 points 3 months in a row, then we get a increased revenue split on all subs, including gifted, but only paid recurring subscriptions count. Primes don't count, gifted don't count. And we have managed to qualify for level 1 of Plus program for well over a year now, so thank you. And I really appreciate it. And also, level 2 of YouTube Partner will enable us to earn ad revenue from videos and shorts. And even if it's not like a whole heap of money, all of it adds up. And that includes things like Patreon memberships, which start at $3. You can join on YouTube as well. Some people prefer to watch on YouTube. There's fourth wall memberships, which if all you want to do is support the channel and get a discount on merch, but you prefer to do it, I have no negative feelings about people having preferences. all of that stuff is helpful. But just being here is incredibly helpful. So if you came on the raid and you want to hang out, that is helping support the channel. Thank you so much. Shawl YouTube time. Hi, Mateo. How are you? Thank you for hanging out on YouTube. I think, you know, increasingly, it used to be that you couldn't simulcast, especially not as a partner. You were not allowed to be live on 2 platforms simultaneously. You had to be live on Twitch, and that's it. You could then, you know, after the fact, and you had to wait 24. Remember OGs? You had to wait 24 hours to upload, re-upload, or whatever, to like even clips. It was technically you were supposed to wait 24 hours to put that content up, like on Twitter or on YouTube or on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, sure, Blaze. I mean, we also just, you know, to point this out, have a channel in the Discord where that kind of discussion is definitely encouraged. But yeah, go right ahead. We do try to encourage people here as far as their streaming endeavors go, and Blaze is asking first, and that's exactly how you should go about that. The shawl is going to be better than first start. Oh, are you talking about the one that I frogged? Were you here for that? It was not fun. But it's part of Fiber Arts. Yeah, it was a cool pattern, but the curling at the edge made me unhappy, and then on top of it, yeah, it just wasn't. So I started out with this yarn that's at the bottom, and it's a beautiful glitter speckle yarn from my friend Boss Kitty, and I quickly realized when I got to the point where I needed to attach a new skein that I was not paying enough attention. Hand-dyed yarn is like this, and you always have to be paying attention. I should have alternated 2 skeins. That would have helped. But then beyond that, the design just was not to my liking. So I ended up getting like within like 8 rows of finishing a full shawl and deciding to frog it, because I just wasn't happy with how it was turning out. This time around, I'm using 3 different yarns, and I think it's cool how it's turning out. It's definitely very unique, and this is a very easy pattern. If you have any beginner knitting, any beginner knitters out there, or if you know someone who's a beginner knitter who would like to make a shawl, I recommend this one. All you need to know how to do is to knit and yarn over. I mean, you know, at that point, hopefully you know how to purl as well, but there's no purling involved in this pattern. Just knit. It's garter stitch. All right, I'm missing things in chat because I'm always missing things in chat. No, it's okay, Blaze. You go right ahead. You asked if it was okay, and that's a big part of it. Hi, Hogan. Welcome in. How are you doing, Hogan? And Mateo, to answer your question about how far I am, that kind of remains to be seen. This is the last, it's the second to last row that will complete the repeat of this section that I'm on. But then I was thinking it would be cool to be able to try to use up this. I just don't know how many rows I'd be able to get with what's left of that. And there's a part of my brain that's like, well, it clearly has to be at least, how many rows is this? This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. 30, I don't have time for 32 rows. And I don't think I have enough yarn for 32 rows. And I love this pink yarn, but it's kind of, oh, thank you, Miro. We have ads playing really soon. And those are a way that we can earn income for the channel to keep, for me to be able to keep doing this full time, which is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, I have no control over what ads are shown, and I know that some of them are not, you know, for products you would ever consider using, or they're, you know, maybe a little bit, especially obnoxious when you see the same one over and over, but I appreciate people's patience with them, and I know they're not everyone's favorite part. I don't know, there's some people who clamor for ads. That's hilarious. That's an automated response anytime that you put the word dude in chat, actually. And it's an homage to a band that both my husband and I like listening to, that all three of my kids have been to see in utero. So I guess more like feel. And they've seen them on the outside. They have actually seen and heard them on the outside of me. Hey, dude, he's the stallion. Oh, really, Miro? Do you think that's just regional? You were thinking of adding a sub goal where you would do an art card giveaway every time you reach a certain amount. You used to have something like that and it was fun. You're not sure the best way to go about it though. Should you make it a daily and it resets if you don't meet it, or do it rolling so it goes until it's met? Hi, Jess. You have to sit and figure out how much income you get from that number of subs, and then think about how much you would normally charge for a piece of art of that ilk. Plus, are you shipping internationally? How much is everything going to cost you? Are you comfortable with the percentage of your sub revenue that you would be giving up? Is it definitely covering what that would cost? If it's not worth it. And you need to increase the number that you have to reach in order to trigger it. Because in the past I've done things where I've realized, oh, I'm actually like almost paying to do this. Now, if what you're doing on your channel is purely a hobby and the cost of it is only being basically covered, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you're in a position, I mean, you shared this information with us earlier, so I'm not trying to point it out for any other reason. But if you're in a situation where you really need any amount of income that you can get from things like subscriptions or whatever, or at the very least, you definitely need to protect yourself against things costing you money, then you need to make sure that you're doing the math. Typically, affiliates get roughly 50% minus a little bit, because like if you go look, and you can find that info in your dashboard, yeah, you're supposed to get a 50% split, but they're removing things like processing fees. They're not covering all that stuff for you. So it's more like, you know, US price. More like probably about 40 to 45% after everything is said and done. Yep. So I would say you could make it rolling. Absolutely. Rolling is great. That's why our daily sub goal, 0 out of 20, isn't always a physical giveaway. Sometimes it's just a tarot raffle or whatever, and it's kind of for fun. And I have a hard time with this stuff myself sometimes because I don't want people to feel like I'm going like, do this or else. But I mean, the cold hard truth is, if I ever reach a point where, you know, content creation stuff just isn't paying our bills enough, I would have to seek employment outside of this. And that might mean a lot less time for streaming. So when you guys support what we do, when you support artists, it gives them the freedom to continue doing it. It's not meant to make you feel bullied into it, pressured or pushed. It's more like, hey, I appreciate you doing this because, and I'd like to thank you with this. So you need to figure out what is affordable. And also, something I also struggle with, what's doable in the amount of time you have to devote to background stuff like sitting and printing out labels for shipping out items, you know, putting things in envelopes and writing people's names on them or printing them. I actually have found one thing that helps me to keep up with some of this stuff is I figured out how to print postage for domestic letter envelopes directly onto the envelope. So I can copy the person's info from my prize form, plop it into ShipStation, and it will print first class postage directly onto the envelope with a return address already on it. That is so incredibly helpful to me because I love sitting and handwriting things, but it makes everything take 10 times longer. If you can copy paste, boom, print onto the envelope, slap it in there, seal it, you're done. Then I can do a little bit more of it. But even then, stuff that I have to fulfill myself, I have to watch out for how much of it I offer. What happens, Blaze, if you said, for example, every 20 I'll do an art card, period, no matter what, and somebody comes through, and please do if you're capable. I invite you to do this to Blaze. And says, oh yeah, 100. Like maybe you are like, yeah, easily I can do 5 art cards and mail them out. But what if also at the same time, somebody came to you and said, hey, I would like an 11 by 17 painting of this. And then you have a commission on top of 5 art cards, on top of, you do have to consider how much of it you can do. What is your upper limit? So if you need to, you could always set an upper limit per month or whatever and say up to this many, because what you do takes time. It's not automated. So these are important things to consider also for charity redeems. They're extremely important things to consider for charity redeems. I have gotten myself in a situation where I've said every $5 or every whatever, and I end up not being able to keep up, which is sure that's a good problem to have. And most people understand if it takes a while, but it doesn't feel good when you're like that behind, you know? This is why I didn't want to do a campaign for the Mocos, because I knew that I already had enough going on in the background that I still needed to catch up on. Not to mention trying to, update my own shop, deal with our basement reorganization. I have stuff I need to do inside my computer. I have 3 kids, 3 dogs, 2 cats. We own a business. I was like, I just can't. I'm in a position where I can't offer anything in return for this milestone or that donation amount outside of alerts and such. And then I read Dev's message in their Discord saying, we want to encourage any of you that feel like you are not in a position to offer redemptions and rewards and milestones to casually fundraise. It is okay if you can't do all of that, all the bells and whistles. Every bit of it will help. And so we have contributed $111 to the grand total for the team of $3,740.92. And that's 6 days out from the quote-unquote official event start. They have a lofty goal this year. They want to see if the team can hit 100K. I think we can do it. And even if all we raise is $111, that is $111 worth of that grand total that we would have contributed. And there is no reason to feel badly about that. That is all good that you're doing with those funds that you guys contributed. So you need to be very careful with the redeems for the charity campaign this year. It's why the only physical items are for milestones and not incentives. Also why you can't donate that, and that's perfectly all right. The small amount you could spare is earmarked for that postage. Exactly. And honestly, Blaze, I think that it's completely reasonable for you to say that you need help with the shipping for those incentives that are milestones.
Welcome to the fart zone.
Oh my goodness. Melemony.
Welcome to the
Holy
fart
heck.
zone. Welcome
Hi.
to the fart zone.
How's it going?
Welcome to the fart zone.
I saw that you were doing your Camp Chaos session today. Oh my gosh, thank you. Hi, everybody. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And Brenda, if you're here, I'm so sorry. The Art Zone. Art Zone. Welcome to the Art Zone. Welcome to the Art Zone. Melemony, thank you so much for rating us. Camp Chaos Raid. How are you? No, I'm not. Don't lie. I mean, maybe a tiny bit. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Thank you for rating. I really appreciate it. Thank you for bringing everybody over. How was your mixed media? Are you sure about that? My kids like to say, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Hi.
Another one.
Could I maybe, Brenda, introduce myself? Thank you. Melemony, what color? Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white? Melemony, please. Could you pick a color for me? Well, I was this close to finishing the shawl. No, it'll be done. It'll be done today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Nope, chaos first, intro later. Excuse me. Listen, I am a mother of 3, and I know how to give, like, do you really, is it? This is the look I give them when I start counting backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2. They go, okay. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Thank you. No, Ghost! Seriously. I love you, Ghost. No! Stop it, you guys! Shay, thank you. What the heck are you doing? No! This is so long. I'm sorry. Well, anyways, did you guys know the weekend is retiring the weekend? Did you know that? I'm so behind on all these trends. I finally watched the whole music video for this. It was pretty good. Meow, meow, meow. All right. Now you need to choose a color too, Shay. Seriously, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Melemony, what color do you want? Yellow? Pink? Oh my gosh. It is. Yes, yellow's a choice. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. See, Shay, it's because... No! Seriously! You guys! But... Okay, thank you. Thank you for the 100, the uni bits. The uni bits, thank you. What's hilarious about this to me is that the Tangia redeem includes the thing that somebody obviously just, I've actually thought about this. It's really fun. No! Seriously, get...
I was waiting in the bushes of love. Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love.
If I've learned anything from watching Brenda, it's that sometimes if you tell everyone to please give you the time to say hello, hi, how's it going? They're like, oh really? Do you want pink or yellow?
Don't
Do you want pink or
suspicious.
yellow?
Don't be suspicious.
I be one-eye mooty.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Way too late.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I love you, DJ. Thank you for the 127 bits. You need to pick a color as well, Melemony, for an egg and now also for a chicken. And then Shay, you need to pick a chicken. And
wiggle a bit,
dude,
wiggle a
Ghost!
bit. I said wiggle it a little bit. All you got to do is just wiggle
Nobody
a bit.
cares about
Wiggle a bit,
wiggling right
wiggle a
now,
bit.
except you.
All you got to do is just wiggle a bit, wiggle a bit. I said wiggle it a little bit.
Hi, She-Hookies. Hello, everyone. Pink and yellow. I'm going to give you a yellow egg and a pink chicken. How's that work? Does that work? I hope that works.
Wiggle a bit, wiggle a bit. All you got to do is just wiggle a bit, wiggle a bit. I said wiggle
Ready?
it a little
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, chaos. Shay, thank you. Or is it Shez? I always want to say Shay. But then I heard someone calling you something different, and I was like, oh no, have I been saying it wrong this whole time? Mind you, this is, oh yeah, no, Naughty Red, I mean, yes.
Pull it through the paint, wiggling it. So
It's better if we just
wiggle it.
desensitize you to it
Other
now.
side, pull it through, and wiggle it.
Mm-hmm.
You need a
You'll
lot of
notice
tiny
Brenda has
bristles,
never let the mod
just like
set up.
with a 1-inch
Yeah.
brush,
Mm-hmm.
to bring it to a nice
It's a
sharp
choice that I'm
chisel
still
edge.
not 100%
Wiggle it
sure about.
with loads of brushes.
You say Shay
bristles, I mean,
for
loads of
Shez
bristles.
or
And by wiggling it
Shez
and pulling
in
it, it
names.
pulls the
Yeah,
paint
me too.
toward the
It's
end of
Shez
the
like
knife
Pez.
and
But the
sharpen it,
Canadians say
just like you
Shay,
would a
and you
knife.
just let it go. That's a good attitude to have.
wiggle a bit. All you got to do is just wiggle a bit, wiggle a bit. I said wiggle it.
We love Zach, okay? If you're gonna do the Zach version, we love Zach and Bootledge. It is Shez. Shez. Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you rating. We are participating as well in Camp Chaos later in the month on the 17th. And I'm super excited for it. I love participating in this event every year. It's such a fantastic. Shez, did you pick a color? Hey, I was lurking your mod session, your how to be a moderator, and we actually were talking about the concept that mods are not only. Clan! Didn't Lemony warn you that I'm very loud? This is why Brenda and our twiblings, we were separated. We spawned from the same point somewhere in outer space, and then whatever creatures lived there were like, and we went, woo! And we landed here somehow. Now we've been reunited. Okay, seriously, Shez, hey, thank you. Hi, I've been streaming for almost 7 years. 3, 2, 1.
Another one.
What? Get stuck with my chicken butt. Get stuck with multiple chicken butts. And with an emote that you designed. Get stuck with multiple chicken butts for 180 days. For a whole half a year, Brenda. Thank you so much, Miro. Thank you. Thank you for the 6-month gift sub. 6 months. 6 full hecking months. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Into the bowl. Now what color do you want, Brenda? What color do you want? In fact, you can have 6 chickens. I don't care. You just got a 6-month gift sub. Let's do it. And then you can come back in and have more chickens later. I don't care. Whatever you want. Whatever anybody wants. It's fine. Whatever you all want. I'm clearly having absolutely no control, and I relinquish. I relinquish control. Is this, are you happy? Why do I give them all the
Another
sounds?
one.
I just want to sit here and crochet and knit, but these sounds keep going off where I should just turn them all off. Well, yeah, that works. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, me. Thank you, my inner thoughts. Harry Yeager, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Cricket Bug. Cricket Bug, if you're here listening, I know, right? When he picks a victim, if he could have, Brenda, they won't let him gift 12-month subs anymore. They're like, stop giving people 9 emotes for a whole
Oh,
year.
you sweet sweetie, how dare you?
Brenda, thank you. Thank you so much. Please follow the Lemony, who is doing mixed media stuff, which I think is so cool. Can I show you something, actually? I think that's really cool. Once upon a time, Nine was more into like doing visual art. I made this in college, and I don't even really remember why. But like, look at, you want to see something? Those are my initials, and that is, in fact, this is ancient art that was made in the 1900s, the late 1900s. I made this in 1998. And I used Post-it notes. And then the white is white out. This is a Post-it note, and so is that. And this is white out. I used office supplies. So I think that's super cool. And actually, I made 2 pieces like this, and I sacrificed one and sent it to the new school. And they did accept me, but I ended up not going. Long story. It was for the best, I think. But I'm just here to tell you, you might think, oh, what I'm doing is silly. It's nobody's going to appreciate it. It's ridiculous. Why am I using whiteout in my art? And somebody else is going to look at it and go, clearly this person is not afraid to take risks. And we think that's cool, and we want to help them develop, to like pursue their passion. So don't be afraid to take risks and try different things and combine all these different techniques and mediums. Do what you want to do. It's art. Like, there aren't any rules. You included cat hair. There's definitely my hair and cat hair and dog hair and probably some of my children's hair, maybe even my husband's in this shawl, just so you know. That's what we're working on. And I dyed this yarn, and one of these yarns, the green yarn, and we are going to show you how to do that during our Camp Chaos session with nothing more than, yes, you will need yarn, and it needs to be a specific type of fiber. So you will need to shop for yarn if you haven't already. And there's a couple different places you can do that. Actually, I probably need to post some links to that somewhere on the internet for people to know where to get stuff if they need it. Food coloring. It means you're not going to need separate equipment. You're not going to need to purchase separate equipment. Hi, imaginary friend. Seriously. Oh, and thank you guys so much for all of the love for the channel. I'm just excited about Camp Chaos. I'm not ignoring your hype train love. I just am super excited to teach you guys how to dye yarn because it's really easy. It's actually almost exactly the same process as dyeing Easter eggs. It's the same principle behind why we can apply food coloring to an Easter egg and it will stick. So you can do it with kids, which is great. It's a really fun project to do with children. You want to wear clothing. You don't care if it gets stained, and your hands might be stained if you don't wear gloves, but it is so easy to do, and all you need is yarn, food coloring, white vinegar or citric acid crystals, and water, a pot, and heat. That's it. One of your favorite art styles is gluing stuff to cardboard, covering it in foil, and then doing a black dry brush over the whole thing. It looks so cool. You have materials in your house to make art. Everyone should make art. Everyone should feel comfortable making art. I taught a crochet class at our local library, and several times throughout the class, I said, who's fiber arts for? And these kids were all about 10, 12. I think maybe 13 was the oldest person there. And I was like, who's fiber arts for? Who's fiber arts for? And they're like, everyone. I'm like, yes, everyone. I bullied them into accepting the fact that it might take them a little bit longer to learn certain things. And sheep and goats. Thank you guys for the hype train. Thank you so much. Are we safe from the tangent now? That's the question. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And as somebody who went to school for theater and loves the fact that that combines so many different types of creative expression, I think it's really cool that you were encouraging people to like consider how can you combine different layers of different materials, mediums, etc. And there's so many awesome people participating in this. You need to look at the link there. Will show you the whole calendar, and there's so many people participating in it, doing all of these amazing sessions. It's a huge project that Brenda and the Jesters coordinate every single year, and this is our 3rd year participating in it. Thank you so much to Brenda, all of the counselors, fellow counselors, ambassadors, all the people who are helping to make this happen, because it's a lot. And something like this does not happen successfully without the help of a lot of people, you know, and it's easy to feel a bit overwhelmed just thinking about it. But that's why it works, because so many people are involved in helping out. So whether you're a counselor, an ambassador, a moderator for one of the people participating, any of that, thank you for helping to make this such a success every year, because I know how that goes. And it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool to witness. We have a lot of potential here in this corner of the platform. And to that end, if any of you are creative streamers who have not yet signed up for the Artists and Makers Creator Club, I'd love to encourage you to apply. The only requirements are you are 18 and over, monetized on the platform, so affiliate or partner, and you have to have evidence that you stream in art or makers and crafting or Lego and brick building or miniatures and models, etc. There's a new club they just introduced as well. Food and Drink is now a creator club, which is awesome. And our friends in Food and Drink, and I sometimes do Food and Drink, have really already, they've done a raid. They're doing a raid train and all this other cool stuff. It's an awesome opportunity for people to network with others. Ads in approximately 3 minutes. Thank you, Miro. We do have up to 90-second ad break coming in about 3 minutes, just to give you a heads up. And I'm actually going to step away during that break real quick to check on everybody upstairs. We're getting very close to finishing this project. We do a lot of stuff with charity here, and this item will be up for auction in the MoCo local auction to benefit St. Jude. I do have a gold bar. We're very casually fundraising. I do 2 fundraisers with our team Quirky Cluckers, every year for St. Jude. And I love the MoCos, and I was only going to offer the auction item and then realized that it's okay to do casual fundraising, which I encourage other people to do all the time. So if you'd like to, you're more than welcome. However, we have a lot of teammates who are first-time fundraisers, like ever, on Tiltify. And I'd love it if you would check out our team page and maybe consider donating to someone whose gold bar is completely empty at this point, and help them get a jump start on it. The event officially goes from the 12th to the 21st, but many of us are already fundraising, and the team has a goal of $100,000 raised for St. Jude, of which we've already raised $3,740.92, and the event hasn't even officially started yet. So I think we have a good head start, and yeah, we're going to be celebrating 7 years on Twitch at the end of next month. I can't believe that. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to be on Yapping Points, episode 6, with someone we met through the Creator Clubs. Lights, Camera, Seek invited me to come be a guest on Yapping Points, episode 6, where we're going to do some Jackbox games with Ms. Ash Rocks, Twitch ambassador, Blue Satire, and Nimbly, who's a fellow Creator Club founder. So that's going to be super fun. Please come hang out with us over there on Lights, Camera, Seek at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. The MoCos are amazing. Yes, I really love them. And they were so encouraging to me during the process of trying to figure out if we were ready to apply for partner. And I really love what they do. I'm going to step away. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming on the read. If you want to hang out for a little bit, we will be live for at least a little longer while I finish this and bind it off. And then I need to block it, take photos, and send them over today. They told us that we had through the weekend, but I don't want to keep, pushing it. Here, let me stand up and show it to you. sent so many dingus baby Oh my goodness. You are not any of those things. I know what you mean. Look. Your dingus baby streamer. I mean, we all are that at some point. Yeah? Yes, I did. Yes. I love this pattern, and if you're a fiber artist and you don't know expression fiber arts, oh my goodness. I could just, even if I didn't knit or crochet, I could just sit and listen to Shandi talk all day, every day. She is a beautiful soul. You need to go check it out. All right, I'll be back momentarily. And we're very close to finishing this. Thank you so much, Melemony, again. I know you probably needed to run. I'm sure that your stream was absolute shenanigans and all kinds of what do we call it again, Brenda? Shenanarchy, yes. Thank you again for the raid. Did we get everybody's eggs? Brenda, what color eggs do you want? I mean, chickens. I can't even. Which came first? No idea. They're just in there. What color? I have pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or white. And you can pick 6 because Miro was so generous and gifted you 6 months. No, you're amazing. I really appreciate you encouraging people the way that you did. I popped in for a minute earlier. And again, it's really pretty fantastic being able to sneak into all these different sessions, and I wish I could attend every single one of them start to finish. I need to go back and watch Pix's from opening day. You have the sound off, but you're lurking to watch the final shawl. It's the final shawl down. Biddy-dee-doo. Biddy-dee-doo. Brenda, if you don't pick, I'm just going to put orange and yellow. Is it too much pressure to pick 6 whole chicken colors? Is that what's wrong? I don't like picking colors either. Ironically enough, that's all that Brenda does all day long is ask people what color. Every single stream. And I love it. We love it, as the children say, we love to see it. Colors are fun. They are. All right. 3 orange and 3 yellow. Because much like myself, Brenda's joyful shrieking can be heard throughout, probably out into the stratosphere, frankly. And we do love that. And that's one of the many reasons why I feel like what she does is so incredible. And she just draws people to her with this incredible, happy encouragement and all this light and love. And I absolutely am trying to make you cry. 3, 2, 1. At least it wasn't fart noises. Okay, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Yes, I do know that you want me to play scrims with you, but I don't think I'm good enough for that. People up here? Oh! Well, I wasn't going to come back after today when she spilled her coffee everywhere and then peed her pants a little, but now that there's some free stickers. Oh my god. just stand there. Is there a towel? Didn't I bring... That's right! Get wrecked, Cancer!
They're ewy. They're ewy. I don't like them. Mommy,
Whoa!
Mommy, I wonder if I like them. Milk for you.
Oh my god. Hey dude, I like spicy stuff.
You like it? You're gonna have one, yes? Hey.
Hey. Oh buddy. Oh god. Okay, Ramona, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. A little bit more.
We're talking about you. Are you there? Hello? Okay, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us when we need to take breaks. I work from home and my kids are often home. I take a lot of breaks, but this has been an incredible way for me to be able to support my family, pursue my passion, and have it have a purpose. And that's something that I had a hard time finding previously. I was restaurant industry for 25 years. And I started to realize that if I didn't do something to change what I was doing with my life outside of my beautiful family, who I absolutely adore, it was going to have some pretty serious negative mental health consequences. That from an early age, I knew that I was supposed to make art in some way or another. And it's really, really difficult when life throws you some curveballs and you feel like you have no choice but to set all that aside. If you've been in that situation, if you're currently in that situation, I'm here to tell you, you can do it. It feels like you can't, but you can. It can be difficult when you can't do as much of it as you want to. But I'm so fortunate to be able to do as much of it as I do now. And when I start to feel overwhelmed or a bit stressed, I have to remind myself that my life is so insanely different now than it was 7 years ago, almost now, when I started streaming. I think there is some truth to this whole idea of manifesting things and they will happen. You might run up against some roadblocks. It's not been some, what's the word I'm looking for here? Meteoric rise to fame, right? But that's not, I don't want that anyways, because a lot of times that sort of thing doesn't last. So I'm looking for longevity, not, how fast can we get there? It's a marathon, not a race, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, and there's, oh my, we've gotten ourselves into, oh, I see. I'm like, which direction was I knitting now? There's always new challenges and you have to consider them as something that is fun and not painful as much as you possibly can. No worries. No worries. Thank you, Mateo. I appreciate you. We are very, 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 very close to the watch hours necessary for YouTube Partner Level 2. We are already there as far as subscribers, but of course you'd be welcome to, as the children say, smash that button. And what's really super helpful is if you throw, a playlist of VODs up and let me be my super calm, absolutely never in need of a volume warning self. No, but I know that I'm a lot of people's background noise, so if we're not live, that's one way you can kind of either catch up on some past broadcasts or, just have some kind of background noise if you'd like it, and it helps the channel, so thank you for that. Question, did we get links from Melemony? And also, because there was a lot happening, so I probably missed a lot of stuff. If there's something I missed in chat, please feel free to repost it. I learned to crochet when I was 7 years old, and I taught myself to knit in my 20s using pictures and words instead of YouTube University. No, we didn't. Time to go fishing. Yeah, Miro will go find them if you don't provide them. Fair warning. I super appreciate it, and you could have picked probably multiple people, maybe even multiple camp counselors, but you chose us, and I really, really appreciate that. And to see you all like gifting each other and stuff is really, really sweet. Gifting subs to other people in the channel is such a lovely way to help them, sometimes to help them get to know the channel a bit better, because occasionally when people do gift sub packages, someone who has been to the channel but only on like a, three raids down their lurk, so they've never actually watched, but they end up getting a gift sub, and it brings them in or brings them back and helps them either, find out about us or reminds them that we're out here doing what we do. So it not only supports the channel in terms of, finances, but it draws people in to see what's going on and to say thank you. Melemony's socials. So there's Blue Sky Instagram, a place where you can check out the artinprint.com. I'm not familiar with that one. And a link tree that probably has all that stuff. So please do check it out. Thank you so much, Miro. Miro's so awesome at going out and finding that stuff for us when we need it. It could be, well, so sometimes people will be like, no, I don't have anything to share. And then Miro will be like, yes, you do. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do that when you raid into somebody. They want you to do it. If they don't want you to do it, I don't know if you should be raiding them. Frankly, hot take. If you offering up your socials is like something they would tell you not to do after you raid, I mean, I don't know, to each their own, but dude, we want to see that stuff. Clearly we need to understand what the rules are in someone else's channel. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm saying if they have some kind of weird attitude of like not, thanking you and saying, hey, is there anything you'd like to share, particularly in art and makers and crafting, I feel like it's pretty natural. And I don't want to tell anyone else how to run their channel, but I always want to see your stuff and let you share your stuff and talk about any other special stuff you have coming up, like plug. Can't stop the bot apocalypse. Use. Probably gonna try and do a quote unquote test stream here soon. And I actually have a way to be able to stream with a phone, but to my PC. There's multiple ways you can do that, but I typically use Droid Cam because I'm an Android phone gal. But there's any number of methods you can use. Also, I really want to specifically thank you, Shay, because we are working on Plus Program Level 2, which makes everyone's contributions go further. I had a hard time bringing this up as, like, you know, what do they call it? A call to action for the longest time, because I just really want people to do things because they want to. But it benefits everyone if I remind folks that they're paid recurring subscriptions. Right, because I want to make sure we haven't done it in a minute. So now we're at 29 out of 300, and you know we're steadily working our way back towards the numbers necessary for this. We were getting closer all the time, and then they increased the price of Tier 1 subs. It's understandable that some folks said, you know, that means I'm paying this much more per month. And I get that it's not something everyone's capable of doing. But it is, for me, Twitch revenue, not necessarily just subscriptions, but Twitch revenue is my highest source of income currently. And I'm working on all kinds of other ways to make sure that the income stays stable no matter what happens in any one place. But that can be difficult, you know, with the time constraints that I have. So I'm always going to be super thankful for any of it, anywhere. Yeah, enjoy the emotes, Shez. I really appreciate you. But I need to adjust this total now because of you. Thanks a lot for the distraction, Shez. No, but seriously, thank you, because now we're just about at 10% of the points necessary for it. And one thing that I would like to point out, and I do point out pretty much every time we bring this topic up, is that we, since they introduced this program, have qualified over and over and over and over and over again, for level 1 of this program, which means that we get 60/40 on everything, including gifted subs every month. Thank you so much. Yeah, Danielle, because, so I have to make a decision, Danielle. I think what I'm going to do is change back to the speckle yarn only. But I'm not going to have time or yarn to do 32 rows back and forth, especially when it's increasing by a stitch each row, essentially. It increases by 2 stitches on one row and then none on the next. So effectively, the piece grows by 1 stitch every row, right? An average of a stitch per row. So this is the final row of this color for this section. I was thinking like at least 4 and see how it looks, maybe 8. Or I definitely don't have time to do another section like this and then another one like this. I wish I did, because I would. My brain wants to make it somewhat symmetrical and go back to doing speckle alternated with green and then speckle alternated with pink. I don't know if I would have enough, though. This is all I have left of the speckle. I don't think I have enough. You know, I actually saw that I've been following Melemony for 5 years. think. Oh, come on. Does Melemony have a, here, I can just type a smiley face in the chat. Click my name. November 1st of 2020. Almost 5 years. I mean, I also could... I'm like sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, you're getting to the end of the row. You're going to have to make a decision here in like 10 stitches. What do you think, Danielle? Should I try to do like a little bit of a border in the speckle to use up some more of it? Doe. You know what? I need to look at the pattern actually, because I don't know what the pattern says. For finishing. I mean, I can do whatever I want. Stop it! I don't care about what's new. Adobe. Bind off using your preferred stretchy method. Jenny's surprisingly stretchy BO. Okay. So this is what the different, that's kind of the back of it. Oh, Mel and Finn the cat donate $5 to see Jude. Thank you so much. F2Ks in the chat. Us to $116. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yes, Queen,
so
slay.
$5 covers a no more chemo party for a St. Jude kid. When they're done with their treatment, they throw them a little party to celebrate because it's not an easy thing to go through, and they really also try in a bunch of different ways to just sort of give kids these moments of normal childhood, of childhood normalcy, including, you know, birthdays, etc. They really do a great job. And one thing I was very impressed by is a young man said, due to their school program that they have there, so the kids, there is school if the kids are capable of doing it if their illness isn't precluding it. They help them stay caught up. And the one young man said, I was actually ahead of everyone when I went back to school. So they are really trying the best that they can, not just to help the child survive, but to thrive after they're done with their treatment. Seriously, thank you. St. Jude was my first charity that I worked with here on the platform in 2019. I decided to do Play Life Challenge season, and then the following fall, I signed up for Creative season. And again, this is one of those things. They had an application to be featured on Twitch's front page while charity fundraising for St. Jude for Creative season. I know so many people who will say to themselves, oh, I'm not applying for that. There's no way. They won't pick me. I think I had 500 followers, maybe between 500 and 1,000 perhaps. And I'm pretty sure my viewer average at the time was about maybe 10 to 15. And they picked me to be up there to represent St. Jude. St. Jude, if you don't apply for it, they won't pick you. They can't. It was a fantastic opportunity to be able to do so much good for people. And was it nerve-wracking? Sure. But you know what? Then all the following times that I had the opportunity to apply for that type of promotion, I did it without reservation. Get out. There's a point at which my daughter, who was a toddler at the time, knocks over, it's in the clips on our BRB. She knocks over a whole huge bin of Lego. It sounds like glass breaking. And I'm like, just a Lego explosion. We're on the front page. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. No big deal. Like the loudest sound you can imagine. My middle child was my assistant, and he was such a good sport. He's a little camera shy these days, and that's okay. I've always told them all they do not ever have to do anything with mom on her channel. Not ever. But eldest is now wanting to start doing some stuff himself, and I'm okay with that as long as he's getting, his schoolwork done, and he's, practicing his music, and he's doing a beautiful job playing flute. Our kids, in fact, I think I hear a guitar upstairs. Once we get this space reorganized, I should have room to practice cello down here. It needs to happen, especially because I'm paying to rent the instrument. We've just been so busy. I've been busy supporting my own kids' music department the last couple of weeks, but music and art is so important for kids to have access to. Another reason why I love what Brenda does, because she's always supporting organizations that make art education accessible. If you say so. Okay. I'll say I kind of have a little bit of like maybe even Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off vibes. I don't know though. He's pretty bummed out. I suppose maybe more Ferris. Kind of a nerd, kind of a dork, but also like, hey guys, what are you doing? You want to get in trouble? Wholesome trouble, not real trouble. Okay, we're not trying to hurt anyone. Thank you, Miro. Ads are very soon. Like, oh, we ended up in a parade. How'd that happen? Dankeschön, baby, Dankeschön. Do you guys know that he was a Broadway actor, a live theater performer for many years before he ever did film? Fun fact about Matthew Broderick. I mean, I think that it's kind of, I don't know if it's obvious per se, but it's not surprising. Thank you for the memories that you made. I recall Central Park in fall. You tore your dress. What a mess. Oh, now you're spared from my singing by the ads. If you're not a subscriber or a turbo. A turbonaut. A turbonian. I will say, you know, also one of the struggles with the previous project was that these interchangeable needles, the size for tips were very... like right there where I was having trouble getting the stitches over the join between the tip and the cable was way more difficult. The stitches were snagging at that point. If you just had an ad break, thank you for staying through it. Every single bit of these sort of things helps. Appreciate it. When I taught myself to knit, I kind of did it, I don't want to say obsessively. One thing I'd like to make on stream again soon is, that I have not made in many years, is socks. There are a lot of young people and also not so young people. There's sort of a lovely renaissance of folks deciding to learn to do these crafts so that they can make their own fashion, make their own clothing. Oh no, wait, are you talking about the package? Is something wrong? Is it held up? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Phew. I have not heard Brenda say that the Craig hat is there yet. That doesn't mean it's not. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it's something that you are familiar with and it's not a mystery and or a known problem. I filled out the form and listed everything that was in there. At least I'm pretty sure I did anyways. It asks you to. Whenever you're sending a package outside of the States. The fireworks weren't as bad last night, but there were still people definitely setting them off. I'm anticipating probably there will be some tonight, but as it's Sunday night, maybe not as many. It definitely is not fun for our animals, but they did better with it this year than I thought they would. I'm sorry, Yarny. I'm sorry. That's not fun. Honestly, like, it starts like 2 weeks before here. It's not, you know, obviously as loud or intense as the days leading up to and the day or two after, but really? And like in the middle of the afternoon. Like I said, it'd be one thing if people could limit themselves to doing it just one night. And be done, like, shortly after dark. Like, do them for, you know, half an hour to an hour after it's dark max and be done. Because maybe there's people who have to get up for work, or they have kids, or they have animals, or you know, any number of things that mean, you know, you're disturbing other people's peace. Miro, do they do a bunch of fireworks where you live when they're celebrating this, or what? Like celebrating Independence Day? Strictly forbidden. You try telling people here that. I mean, it is illegal in some places, but it doesn't stop people from doing it. Mm. 88.96. Did we do a shout out for Yarny Pixie yet? Also, are you guys going to be doing a any kind of fundraiser at all for breast cancer? Boobtober. Did you guys do one last year for Boobtober? Yarny, Dorothy Kells. I feel like those are cool and they're not super noisy. And yeah, everybody should just do those. Miss Jessie. Yeah, even just the common sense part of it, Blaze, for sure. Well, and you can reuse the drones. Once the fireworks are set off, that's it. They are a bit noisy if one is super close. Oh, I see. Like the professional fireworks shows that are put on by like cities and stuff like that, or festivals, are one thing, right? Those at least typically have a start and a finish. It's not like people are just setting them off at random all night long. And those are, you know, going to be done by professionals. And usually they pick a spot where there's very low risk of it causing some random fire. Like my neighbors are idiots. Ah! And they'll be setting off mortars like right next to trees and junk. And you can get hurt really badly if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, well, if I hadn't have frogged the first one, but I just... couldn't bring myself to put something up that I didn't feel was a good, you know? Yeah. Mama and baby deer are chilling in our backyard and haven't run off. Yeah, honey. Okay. Yes. I love you, sweetie pie. Pool feels so nice. It's mid to high. Yeah, it's going to be low 80s according to Yeah, we you know, come across a lot of pictures and video from when all of our kids have been really little and or littler, and it's tough because, you know, we don't get that back. And, you know, if my kids decide they want kids of their own, that's awesome. And I will be excited to be a grandparent when the time comes, but it's totally on their terms. Hi, Catherine. How are you? I hope you're having a good time zone. Yeah, I mean, also some families will do that because, like, for example, then, you know, in English, we don't have actual separate, like, names for, like, grandmother from your father's side versus grandmother from your mother's side, right? Like they do in some places. Like, that was such an interesting concept to me. When I worked for a family that was Korean, that, like, when you address a relative from one side, from your father's side, there's a different name for that same relative on your mother's side. It was the word for aunt. Like, sister of my father is different from sister of my mother. Because I asked what word it was that the niece was using to refer to her aunt, and they explained to me that it specifically means one or the other of those things. They're like, well, it's aunt, but it's specifically sister of my father, maybe. I don't remember. But some families will be like, oh, I'm Gigi, or I'm Mima, or I'm Grams, or whatever. Bobby, yes. Nana, Nana, what do you call grandparents in Slovenian, Miro? Is it, I forget what it is in Russian, Dedushka? For grandfather in Russian. Yeah. Dedushka, and grandmother is babushka. Yeah. Babcha, dziadek. Yeah. It's interesting how they, you know, the different Slavic languages. It's you can tell where there are some roots that are still the same across the languages, and then others that are totally different. Stari starshi. Is it babicha or babika? Is it a ch or a k? Diedik is grandfather, yeah. Babisa? Your girls made a whole day of trying to come up with what to call the different family members. They spent about 3 hours looking stuff up before they called Jesse for help because there's so many names. It was a fun day. Oh, that's cute. We call my mom Grandma. Yeah, we call. Pronounce the C a bit different, okay. That's a pretty shawl. You like to watch knitting. Also, in your humble opinion, oh really? Yeah, I don't know about that. There's not as many people that I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not hanging out in the right corners or something. I don't feel like there's as many people that knit. Are there? Fellow Twitch knit quits. I feel like crocheting might be more popular here. I don't know that that means that it's more popular everywhere, but on the platform, I feel like it's more popular. You've tried knitting so many times and it's never stuck for you. Have you tried different styles? Probably you have, but have you tried the style that I'm doing, which is continental, Spidey? I feel like it's much easier for people who crochet. You're knitting, you're also knitting a shawl today. You're not sure, you try new videos from time to time. Hubby can knit though. Definitely a lower ratio. If you had to guess, crochet, then knitting, then weaving. I mean, I don't even see very many weavers on Twitch all that often. I feel like there might almost be more tatting. There's definitely way more cross stitch than a lot of other fiber arts type stuff and embroidery. I would venture to say there's even more, like there's probably more Tunisian crochet than there is weaving. I don't see all that many weavers. Dev has been doing rug tufting, and so there's another one, the Artsy Madwoman. There's a lot of people that crochet who also know how to knit. Oh man. Yeah. I was hoping to be done by now. They're so cute. She wants noodles for lunch. I don't know. What's fart in Russian? You would think I would know. Whoops. To fart is пердец. Ramona Riot. No, Popka. Ramona!
What?
That means butt. Ramona, you goofball.
Oh.
Ramona! No!
What?
Here, what's chicken? Let's keep it wholesome, child. Kurica. Kurica. I couldn't remember the word. Kurica means chicken.
Hold on. What about
A budgie? Papuinchik. Papuinchik.
What about Korean? Where's Korean?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they have it.
Is this because you've been watching that K-pop Demon Hunters with your brothers?
Well, yeah. African.
Yeah.
That's how they spell African?
That's a language that's spoken in Afrikaans is spoken in oh my gosh.
Oh, I know where it is. Wait. It's right.
You have to keep going. Nope, up. You missed it. There it is. You missed it. Again. Go back down. Right after Konkani, whatever that is.
Where? Oh, there it is.
Ms. Jessie, we found some I think they're not super spicy, but they're like a Chinese style
Cayenne.
noodle.
That's how you say it in
Okay.
Cayenne.
The Asha noodles that is the brand, and they are like a thicker, like a hand-pulled style.
This is how you say it. Samagui.
Well, here, listen, stop. Wait, hold on.
Samagi.
Samagui.
Samagui.
In Mandarin, it is I don't. What is?
Let me wear the headphones.
Ramona Riot. Hey, listen, you're knocking stuff over. Go around the other side, then, please.
What? You're a butt.
Ramona.
Really? If you have a channel with farts and butts, then you're a butt.
Yep. I guess so. Moni, don't step on all my stuff, please.
Pizza.
Oh my gosh, Ramona.
Wart. Samagi. Hold on. Can you get rid of it for me? Let's see if I can reach it.
Oof.
Press it. Press the audio.
What?
Press the audio button. It's audio. That's how you say it. It's about
Do you know how to say hello in Korean?
no. We'll see.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Yeah, 안녕하세요, like this.
안녕하세요.
Mm.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. What about hold on. What about goodbye? See.
No, don't. Yeah.
안녕하세요.
Slow down.
안녕히 가세요.
There you go. Good job.
What about goodbye in October? I don't even know what that is. Slovenian. Ew, why does it smell like farts in here?
Ramona, what are you talking about? Maybe because of you?
Not because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese. Alright, say
Sayonara. Sayonara.
sayonara.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Nara.
Sayonara.
There you go.
Alright, so what about oh, shooting. That's how you say butt in
Ramona!
what? It's a butt friendly channel.
Oh my goodness. Chicken butts, anyway. Okay. Ramona, I'm gonna finish this row and then I'm gonna end my stream and come make you noodles.
Mom. Okasan.
Yep.
You are my Okasan.
Oh, is that mom?
Yeah, it's mom. Okasan. Okasan.
Well, did they say Okasan or Okasan? Okasan.
Okasan.
So
Okasan.
where you put the emphasis in the word is important in different languages, or else people might understand what you're saying, but they'll be like, It's like if you said mother. Doesn't that sound weird?
Watashi.
Okay.
Watashi dashi da. Watashi dashi da. Alright, what? Indonesian. Kami. That's how you say we in Indian. Indonesian. What about fart?
Ramona!
Hey.
You goofball.
Fart is.
I'm going to ask you at a job interview, hey, so tell us one unusual skill or talent you have. And you're going to be like, I know how to say fart in 100 languages.
Gantut. That's how you say it in
Can toot, definitely. Can toot. Mm-hmm.
Gantut. I know. Guess what?
Chicken butt.
Gantut. Gantut. can toot.
You can toot if you want to.
What a Javanese? Is that the same? No. What's Javanese?
From Java, the country of Java.
Java. Russian. Theater dude. That's how you say fart in Russian. Theater dude. Weather.
Ramona, I'm all done with this row. We're gonna end the stream, so I can cook you noodles, and I'll have to finish it off stream.
Pagoda.
I know.
That's how you say
I know you're
weather.
having fun. It's time to go.
Pagoda.
I love you.
Yay.
Oh, you gonna wait for me upstairs? I'll be right there. Mmm. Moni! I love you.
Guess who's here?
Do we have another Camp Chaos session person today? Is it really taking that long for the message to register in chat on Chrome? What is going on?
What you're doing? He's asking what you're doing.
No. Okay, thank you. Mel, you and Mel were both this morning. Okay. Shout out to Shez. I don't think we've done that yet. Please give
Jeff is here.
Shez a shout out. Yeah, Jeff, we need to take this. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Button your head.
Ow!
Like,
Up. Okay, we have a friend who's fundraising for St. Jude with Mocos. We're going to Smiley Sloth. Jeff, you need to chill. Jeff, this is not acceptable behavior. No. Hey. Easy with the super high pitched noises, okay? Thank you, baby.
you cannot stop Jeff.
No. No super high pitched noises.
Jeff.
I don't know where you got that weird wraith shriek. Okay. Jeff, I mean it. I demand, Jeff, that you calm down. Jeff. Arr. Oh! Shark attack. Okay. then I'm yelling. I can't help it. Ow! Easy.
I can't get rid of
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're rating Smiley Sloth. Thank you, Miro. Yes.
Another finger going.
I appreciate you guys. I don't know if I'll be back tonight or not, but I just need to finish this off stream and block it, and so I can take pictures. I adore you. I'm trying to say goodbye to everybody. Stop that. That's not funny. No, Ramona. All right, you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I will see you soon. I gotta go because this child is going crazy.
Jeff is going crazy.
Practice self-care between now and the next time I see you. Please come with us on the raid to help support charity. Goodbye.